I'm going to show you how to quickly make $15,000 from day trading, because I specifically made $15 from day trading the very simple way. And I'm going to walk you through 3 specific examples. So on day 1, I made $2,300 in a single day, and one of those trades that I'll walk through, I made $1,700 out of that. The next day, I made $1,800 in a single day. But out of that day, I made one trade that I'll walk through again today, where I made $1,440. The next day was a bit of a hard day, but I still made to make above $1,000. So I made $1,200 in a single day, and I'll walk through this little micro trade, if you will, for where I made $700. So first things first, for the day 1, I made $2,300, day trading SPY specifically, same day expiration contracts. And FY, I do trade at a higher volume because I trade with 100 contracts, which is about $10,000. So it makes it easier for me. But anyone can do this, and anyone can afford these contracts, because over here is the price point. It costs $110 for you to trade with one. So realistically, think about this before we get started. If you can do the same amount of percent gain, so let's say you can make 5% on a daily basis, or 5% on a bi-daily basis, or 5% even on a weekly basis from one contract increased, then you can do the same thing with 5 contracts, which would be $500. Same thing with 10 contracts, which would be $1,000, and so on and so forth to where you get to 100 contracts like I'm doing. So it's the same game. Don't think you can't do it. But regardless, let me show you how simplistic it is, especially once you do that, right? $2,300 in a single day was literally this. I entered on the 1-minute chart for SPY right here, and I kid you not, because the volume was pretty wild, I exited right here. So the title's actually a little misleading. It's accurate, but a little misleading. I said I made $2,300 in a single day. In this trade, I made $1,700. But this trade was about 40 seconds, because that's literally all it takes for you to make money. And I kid you not, the logic was very simplistic, because I just basically bet to say, this looks like the whole day's going up. So I should just basically jump into a trade where it looks like I can make money because the direction is just going up. And a lot of people may think that sounds insane. And yes, there's more pieces to it, but check this out, right? This is the whole day. This is after the whole trade happened. I'm going to walk you through step by step. But look, the whole day just went up. No matter when you basically would have entered, hypothetically, you would have basically made money. And mine was only 40 seconds, right? You don't need a lot to make a lot. You just need a little to make a lot with a lot of money, essentially. But the goal to make a little with a lot of money is essentially to start small, consistently grow when it comes to consistent profitability, then pour more money in, and then you can make more money. Not do this whole stupid thing of, I'm going to make $1 into $10 billion. That's stupid, realistically. Start small, show yourself, improve yourself, you're consistent, and then go to get a job, get your money, put it in the account, and then trade with it and make the same amount of gains on a regular reoccurring basis. But anyway, to get back to this piece, the market's just going up. Now, 5 minutes before the trade, because I took the trade at 10:05 a.m. CST, which happens after this candle over here on the 5-minute chart. If you look at this chart, where's it going? It's literally, I shit you not, going up. It's not that complicated. So what did I do? Well, if it's going up, FY, this is where I entered. I do entries on the 1-minute chart, which again I'll walk through in a second, but I basically entered here and I exited here, and I made my $1,700 on the first trade, because as we mentioned here, and it's exactly here, it's going up. Now the next thing, well, what happened right after the trade? It just still kept going up. But I made my money. I'm gone. I don't care. I'm done. But let's talk to the quote unquote crazy details of how it works, which is not crazy. Again, it's just very simple. It's very boring, realistically. At this point over here, I look for the high of the day, which I call the major supply zone, basically on the 5-minute chart. And that's basically a green candle and a red candle that are essentially agreed at this specific point in time. And I draw a rectangle, draw it all the way over, as you see here. And basically once it breaks above, comes back down for a retest. So it breaks above, comes back down for a retest, and then starts bouncing upward. I can enter into an option call and be right and make my money. Because again, remember, I enter here and I exit here, which again, I'll show you very specifically in a second where all that is. But that's the concept. You draw the high of the day. And FYI, if this doesn't make too much sense, go ahead and click the top right of the screen, and I'll basically show you literally a 40+ minute video walkthrough exactly how to identify these zones step by step, and it'll make much more clear sense. But that's this video here. Next, Here's where the actual entry piece happened, right? This is that same zone we drew over here, but this is the 1 minute chart, basically. Again, I did do this live. It was a live trade. So if you do want to watch the actual video and for proof that I actually did do this at the exact same time as I said, go to my YouTube channel, type in this video here or find this thumbnail and actually click it and you can watch it here. But this is the concept, right? It went below, went above, came down to basically tap it, and it bounced up. And we have to wait for our ZRCE candles, which is my confirmation pieces, my confirmation candles, so we can know when to enter. So it's basically the zone candle, which is this red one, the reversal candle, which is this green one because it's showing that it's reversing in the direction of our choice, the confirmation candle because it's confirming the candle before it is correct and it's going in our direction of choice, and then the entry candle where we enter exactly right here, and I kid you not, we exit it right here 40 seconds later for $1,700 profit. Again, if you want to see more details specifically on how that worked, go ahead and watch this video here. That'll also be linked in the top right of the screen, basically. Now, next day, $1,800 when it comes to one single day. And again, I traded this live specifically. So, first things first, you do the same thing. On the 5 minute chart, you draw the high of the day, which is over here at 531.40. You draw the high of the day here, draw the zone all the way over to the right, and you wait for a retest. Once you wait for the retest, you look on that 1 minute chart for that retest basically up here as mentioned, and we got a zone candle, reversal candle, confirmation candle, right? It's going downward over here, and then boom, an entry candle right here. So you enter literally right here on the 1 minute chart, and you can make money to the downside because you're doing an option put. So you can make money going up with an option call like we did before, and you make money with an option put with things going to the downside, because you have to keep in mind these zones act as magnets. It happens all the time. That's why I made the $1,800 live, basically. So if you want to watch this live, go ahead and click this video, which will be in the top right screen over here anyway. And you can watch me do that live as well. But it's the same thing I explained. It's just more proof, basically, if you need the proof. But I'm telling you, it's literally that simple. It's not complicated. And FY, if this didn't get tapped, then I'm not taking the trade. So the nice thing about making this and making my $15,000 and etc. is that I wait for stuff to come to me, prove that it's correct, and then I take the trade. If nothing happens for that single day, I'm not taking a trade. If nothing happens for 3 days straight, technically, I'm not taking a trade. Because realistically, what's the point of trading? The point of trading is not to trade. The point of trading is to make money and not have to work 40 hours a week. So if that's the goal, if, as an example, if we went all the way back, how many trade days did I show you? 3. There's 2 other trades I did to make that $15,000. So I technically traded and worked, quote unquote, worked 5 days out of 30. That's how trading's supposed to be done. But enough with the side note. $1,200 in one single day. This is the next live trade I did. This one, we went and drew the major demand zone, which essentially all it is, hey, the lowest zone of the day, the lowest point of the day where 2 candles agree, which is this spot right over here. Draw it all the way over, and you can see, for 1, it bounced here, and 2, it bounced here. Trade I took was over in this area, and I sold up here. Now, next piece is, again, I waited for the retest, counted the ZRCE candles, wanted upward direction, and I jumped in. Basically it. So again, I drew this zone over here, and 1, I could have entered this trade because you see this one was beautiful, honestly. But I entered the trade over here because I was a little late, because if I'm being really honest with you, I just don't like waking up in the morning. So this happened at 9:20 a.m. CST. I think at the time I was asleep, I think, if I remember correctly. So again, I don't want to be doing all the trades in the world. I just need a couple. And I'll be done. And with this one, I'm not going to walk through the full ZRCE candles, because if you do want to see that and watch me do that live, because it was a bit of a hard day, challenging day, watch this video here, which again, it'll be at the top right of the screen here. But here's proof of how I knew that it was basically going to start bouncing up, which I didn't know until before I entered the trade, a few minutes anyway. Check this out. It broke through on the 1 minute chart, but we had this low here, right? And I was like, okay, what's happening next? And then next, we had a high. It's like, okay, that's interesting. Then we had a low here. Then we had a high. Then we had a low here. Then we had a high. So my piece was like, okay, well, technically that more than likely means it's in an upward trend, right? Boom, 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 boom. That's the only thing that can happen. So I took the trade and made the money because it was showing upward direction. It did give me the ZRCE candles, which again, I'll show you in this video here if you are interested. And I just basically waited for the retest, right? And let's be honest, if you saw this trade and you're like, I don't like that one looks complicated, don't take the trade. Maybe you didn't make $15,000 from 5 days of work. Maybe you, and this is only $1,200 out of it, right? So you only made $13,800. Oh no, it's so bad. No, it's perfectly fine. Who cares, right? Let me know in the comment section below. Are you okay with only making $13,800? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section below. Because you don't need to do every trade. Who cares, right? If you don't feel comfortable, don't enter it. I would have loved to enter this one here only, but again, I was asleep. Because the point of trading is not to trade. The point of trading is to relax and just not work. But cool. I know what you're thinking already. But can you make bigger money? Because you said $15,000. That was about $6,000 of trading, right? And realistically, you can make it with half of the goal in just one day. Because one day, I made $7,200.89 specifically, right? And the next day, I made $2,634, right? And that equates to the $15,000. Like, realistically, you don't need a bunch of trades. You don't need a bunch of different days. You just need to actually do a couple of things on a few days, and you can make $15K. Now, if you want the full strategy, as mentioned, 8 videos on my channel have the full strategy. These, 3 here specifically, are live trades, because it has a little live button here. The next 5 trades over here, 5 videos here, have the full exact strategy. And this was the first one. Look at this. It's 50 minutes from start to finish. It shows every detail possible for this piece here. The next piece, 30 minutes. Next piece, 40 minutes. And this one's a very beginner-friendly one. So if you're a beginner, feel free to go watch that one first. But this is literally stuff here. And if you're wondering, why are you giving all this away? I mean, I made this video here, giving away the secrets. That's what I'm doing at this point. I'm giving all of it away. And now if you're wondering, okay, well, can you prove that it works? You have the videos, you have live trades, etc. Well, when we were at mass scale, when we were doing one-on-one coaching, we had 1,005 people that did video testimonials on my website, MK University, that for proof that it works. So if I have live trades that show you that the strategy works, we have 1,005 people that are actually gotten one-on-one coaching and, did this strategy and actually made it work. And by the way, I'm not saying to buy it. It's fine. But 1,005 people that went through this whole program and they did the strategy and it works. And the full strategy, if we go back, is here in this video, here in this video, here in this video, here in this video, here in this video. And the live trades here, what's your excuse for not making $15,000 this past month? That makes absolutely no sense. Everything's in front of you and you're not making it work. So overall, if you do need one-on-one coaching, feel free to go in the description of this specific video and click the link in the description that says apply for coaching, and you can go ahead and get coaching if you need it. But realistically, if we go back, everyone else, if you don't need that help, it's all here for free. But realistically, some people do need hand-holding. Some people do need to be taken step by step by step. Because no matter what, you will lose money initially starting because there's a lot of different nuances, no matter how simplistic and basic I make it sound, right? So if you want to avoid all those pieces, we can help you out. Go ahead and book a call in the description and we can help you. If you want to go ahead and do it yourself, that's fine. All the information is here. Whether you do it or not, I'm perfectly fine. Now I know what you're thinking because you're like, oh man, you did this whole sales pitch and stuff, Maurice. So if you're so good, why are you coaching? So I have an answer for you. A, if you have, listening to this video, and you said this, if you have a day job right now, why are you looking at day trading since you already make money as well? You're literally doing the same thing as me when you think about it. Because if we go back, you're like, if you're so good, why are you coaching? If you're already good at your job and you're making money at your job, what's the point of actually you looking at day trading? You already have money. You're fine. Well, realistically, whoever said you can have too much money sometimes? To a certain degree, right? To a certain extent. But also, if I'm being really real with you, after you've made a good amount of money like I've made, right? You realistically need something to do because you can only go lay on the beach for so dang long. You do want to kind of have some fun. After you've made a bunch of money, specifically doing a strategy like this, you want to actually help people out. And you're like, oh, you're not serious. I gave the whole strategy away for free and hours of content, and I have a free book as well. Like, it's all there. I don't care about your money. I'm genuinely trying to help. But that's A. Part B, when you get some money, when you think about it, if you did say this, multiple streams of income, it's actually how you diversify. So this is normal. And by the way, I'm 99.9% sure, I probably should have a 0.9, that you would do the same thing as well. If someone just gave you $1 million, I bet more than likely you'd say, cool, I probably should figure out how to diversify. Maybe I should do some real estate. And, I always didn't want to start this business of mine. That would be a great idea. I'm doing the same thing, right? Day trading specifically is active income. For me, passive income is a really nice thing. It's basically what I'm doing. So C, with that being said, I'm the CEO of MK University. So as the CEO, the business runs literally without me because I'm good as a CEO, if I can brag a little bit, because I have a team and I've optimized things to be able to run as they should be. It used to be a much larger team, but we've scaled down to now to the point we only accept 10 people per month for one-on-one coaching, right? Because we want to focus on now quality over quantity, because that's what matters for us. So if you do need coaching, we got you. If not, that's fine. But in other words, this is only if you seriously need help specifically. I can already out-earn my business. So this is simply a second source of income. So if you need help, go to the description inside of the YouTube channel, book a call. Otherwise, I don't need or want your money. So hopefully we can help some of you all out, and I'll see you on the other side.